Hello everyone, welcome to another video playing Enchantress. Um, Enchantress is usually popular with commenters and people who watch it, so I'm always fun to play one of my favorite decks on camera. Uh, Playing mostly the same decklist, like main deck will be the same decklist as the previous videos. I didn't change anything, but I've put back one Leyline of Sanctity and I added the third Swords of Plowshares instead of the Deadweight. Because like this gets rid of like infect creatures like Impotent Nexus, which you can't kill with a sorcery speed enchantment, and it takes care of Gormak Angler, like reanimated creatures. And so I cut like a Trinisphere, and to be honest I don't remember what else I cut. It doesn't really matter. So this hand we can keep because it has like turn 1 Wild Growth and then 2 Enchantress effects for 3 mana. And I'm gonna play around both Wasteland and Stifle here by fetching basic forest, even though it may bottleneck us on white mana later in the game. But so maybe that's not really smart if you don't know what your opponent has played turn 1. Like if you don't know what deck they're on. Deck with Mox Diamond. Probably lands. Shouldn't be. Oh, Ghost Quarter. That's horrible. Okay, yeah, if they have Ghost Quarter and a bunch of other stuff, we're probably not going to win this game. Use Ghost Quarter's ability, yes. I'm gonna get a Plains here and hope to randomly draw a Rest in Peace before they get Ghost Quarter back with the Life from the Loam. I didn't know land still play the Mana Bond. Ooh, they've got another Ghost Quarter. Sure. Yeah, Life from Loam and Ghost Quarter we aren't gonna beat, so I don't want to waste my time trying to do so. Sterling Grove could be okay to protect an Elephant Grass from their Crozen Grip or something. Humility may be good against the giant creature, like Marit Lage. I'm not sure about these. Doomwake Giant isn't great either, and like maybe I want Swords of Plowshares, like they gain 20 life, but we can kill them with Helm of Obedience anyway. And I probably want Surgical Extraction. Like in this case it would have been kind of okay against the Ghost Quarter to protect us against Loam. I'm not very sure about Banishing Light. Like Banishing Light and Cast Out may help us get rid of something like, for example, like Sphere of Resistance or Chalice of the Void. Corrupt Flowers does nothing. Eidolon of Blossoms is weak to Punishing Fire and kind of slow to a mana denial deck. I think one Doomwake Giant is enough as well. Like we may randomly need it to attack, but they play Maze of Ith and similar things, so it's not gonna be great. Or it may kill like a Tireless Tracker, for example. Solitary Confinement seems fine, like to lock us up against Punishing Fire, but it's not super great, so I may reconsider that one. And it's both like we want a fast Rest in Peace, but we also want to play a grindy game. So Lotus Petal I'm gonna keep in 1, I think, because I'm not sure about its value in this matchup. And because of Tabernacle, maybe like cutting 1 Zenith is okay, because I would prefer winning with like drawing cards with Enchantress Presence. I can cut 1 Helm because they don't play counters or discards, so we should probably not like have enough with one of them. Maybe one Swords of Plowshares is enough, because they're not a fast creature deck. I'm definitely gonna keep this because of Rest in Peace. And I think I'm not gonna play Utopia Sprawl out yet. Like, because it's not gonna get we don't need a turn 2-3 mana play. And so like we can keep it for a draw trigger later, because they might still have Ghost Quarter in their opening hand. Exploration, sure. I think I want to fetch a Savannah here, because otherwise they could Ghost Quarter us off. Ghost Quarters off white mana, and like if he's gonna wasteland us, at least he can wasteland one less Serra Sanctum. I think I need to keep open white from here as much as possible. Like in case he has, what's it called, crop rotation. And because you have two Serra Sanctums, I'm gonna play out one of them. Like if he wastelands or Ghost Quarters it, I don't really care. Like as a kind of a bait spell. And here I'm gonna get the plains to play around wasteland on my Savannah, and after I empty my mana pool, make a token. This makes it a bit safer to keep open the white mana. Remove an ice counter, sure. Ooh, Mirror Scale. It's very good. Playing out the Bayou here because we're probably not going to need a lot of black mana. So if anything gets wasted, the Bayou would be fine with me. And this Rest in Peace having Shroud means any top decked Helm of Obedience will win us the game instantly. And I think I want to risk my Serra Sanctum here, because I'm gonna need a lot of mana. I mean, maybe not gonna need a lot of it really, but like I want to be able to enchant Utopia Sprawl to a land, and then still be able to green Sun it afterwards. So Utopia Sprawl, this one. Okay. I guess making it black won't hurt either, because we'll have enough colored mana. And this way I can see it with still one mana open for Swords of Plowshares if I want to. So get myself an Argothian. Okay, so he does have the combo. Like, his ghost quarters don't really bother me that much, so basically, I basically say whatever. And I'm gonna enchant. Normally I like putting wild growth on the plains, but I want to give him no incentive to ghost quarter my plains whatsoever. Because yeah, plains is of course more valuable to keep open to end of turn plow the dark depths. Only one problem here is that we won't have double white. There's the risk of playing only one Savannah. Like, I can't fetch another white source, and in case he has like a protection spell for his against Swords to Plowshares. Then we can't like double tag it. And I'm going to use the Swords to Plowshares here. And because Cast Out may still have some value if he plays like a Pitting Needle on Helm of Obedience. So he gets himself a token. We're gonna plow it. Opponent gains life, but it shouldn't matter. I think I want to draw the Enchantress Presence and then fetch away the other cards. And here I'm keeping as many basics in my deck because we are already vulnerable to Wasteland, and if he goes quarters I want to have as many targets as possible. Wait, I did not play a land, did I? Oh no, because I fetched my Wooded Foothills, which I already had in play. I forgot that I actually could have played another one. That's a mistake. So, play Enchantress's Presence. Possibly skip the turn if we don't draw anything useful. Ooh. Like, yeah, like here I could have played Caracas, for example. Even though I want him to actually make a token so I can draw some more cards. Yeah, at least I would have had one more mana. Yeah, our opponent is really good at making a token every 2 turns. But I'm good at drawing 6 cards a turn, so... So I should be getting to my Helm of Obedience soon, probably. I guess I can have the Confinement just as a safety option. Then I want to shuffle my library. I don't think it's necessary to actually get an Argothian, so I might just have zenithed for 0. But it doesn't really matter. And I'm gonna play out Elephant Grass just to be sure. It won't make it, like, just in case he has like double crop rotation into another Merit Lage. Let's see, I have only 9 cards left in deck. And I found my Helm of Obedience. Oops, I really dislike the reveal hand being close to draw cards, because you're very close to revealing your hand accidentally, even if you don't want to. So Swords of Plowshares proved its usefulness here. So I think I'm gonna keep the same. And also Cast Out being instant speed, also pretty good here. This hand is tricky, because if this was a basic forest I would keep it. But not being able to Utopia Sprawl means I think I'm gonna be a little bit too slow. And because of the scry rule and having an extra draw step on the draw, I'm gonna keep this and hope to find the white mana source as soon as possible. At least I'd like it as a turn 2 Elephant Grass if I need to. Except if they Ghost Quarter me. Okay, they really have Ghost Quarter every single day. But at least they're mana fixing me as well, so this may have been risky in case he wastelands my Bayou. So I could have chosen to get the basic forest. At least, because now I may never cast my Elephant Grasses if he has a wasteland. Sure. Tireless Tracker draws less cards than Argothian Enchantress. So I'm not really jealous of him. And the more cards I give him, though, the more likely he is to find a late game answer to my stuff. So that would be a reason to plow. But I think I can let him survive one more turn and just play out my own Argothians first. Like, I'm really tempted because like I'm getting more card advantage by playing my own Argothian, but I have the cards needed to beat him, so I just need him not to find answers to my hate cards. That's nasty. Oh, yeah. Wish I hadn't paid. I think I would still want to plow here. Like, it would make sense to wait until he pays to attack me, but then he might already have played a fetch land and have gotten 2 more clue tokens. And if he does not destroy a land, I'm going to sacrifice the Elephant Grass because I really need to resolve this Rest in Peace. I mean, I don't really need to, but I think it will make my my game a lot easier. Like, there are so many lands for him to get back, especially with the cycling land. do not pay. Ripperino. And I'm gonna play this out, because I already have a wastable land on the battlefield. And then I may draw another land next turn as well. And here I want to play around crop rotation and already play my elf and grass this turn. And Ghost Quarter makes my Utopia Sprawl a bit awkward, but I'm still gonna force him to use it. Okay, I might as well. At least I'm gonna get 2 mana out of this. Ooh, he's gonna let it resolve. Is he? That's unusual. Like, if otherwise I could tap it in response to the Ghost Quarter and get another land, so I would get 2 mana, and now I also get 2 mana, so it doesn't even matter that much. Here I need to play it safe, play the Elfin Grass. And put my another Utopia Sprawl. I'm gonna get more Utopia Sprawls than he's gonna get Ghost Quarters probably. Because I already exiled one of them. And next turn, the first thing to do is to play Sterling Grove, I think. And if he has a Frozen Grip, he has to use it now, and then we know what we are facing, or like what we are dealing with. Maybe because of miracles, they cut the Frozen Grips, that's a possibility. Well, I'm gonna play Mirror's Guile. Here I can play Serra's Sanctum, but I only have so many white spells. I think I'm still gonna do it. So I'm going. It's like 7 mana should get me. Let's see, 4 mana for Enchantress Presence. And 3 mana for Rest in Peace. I guess I can do it that way. I mean, I'm dead to double Frozen Grip, but I think that's something we can't do about. Like, I could keep Cast Out open against that line, but sometimes you just gotta let your opponent have it if he really has it. He does have 1 Frozen Grip. So yeah, if he has a second one, I should have played it safe and okay, I'm getting a little bit worried here. He may have played the first one just to hope to top deck a second one, but it's still a stressy moment. Like, I could as well have played that Solitary Confinement and I would have been double safe as well. Oh, he does have it? Wow. Okay, could have avoided. Okay, lesson of the day. If you have enough cards in hand, just play solitary confinement. Draw a card, like Mirror's Guile would have found us. Yeah. Okay. We should have won this game. I should have played more carefully. And yeah, I'm kind of very annoyed at myself. Actually, I think I watched Jeff Hoogland or something the other day, who told something like, if you're ahead and winning, like, you should play everything like around your opponent having the one out they have. Like, I was already winning. There was like no reason to play Enchantress Business and Rest in Peace. Like, you didn't add anything to the board. So like I had the possibility to play to his 1% chance that he had in his hand, and he had the 1%. So that proved yeah, that proved exactly the point. That even if your opponent has a very small chance, you should play around it. Hmm. Yeah, it's basically overconfidence, like just your confidence saying like, oh, you don't need to have double protection, when actually you do. Oh, that's a big blowout. That's not good for me, obviously. Uh, Especially because we don't even have a third mana now with the Serra Sanctum. Still gonna fit around Stifle in case he's like a Grixis Delver. Because I really need to have a third mana like as soon as possible. Sure, gonna take the Zenith. Hmm. Yeah, I can't tap this for mana, so this means he's on Delver. I'm gonna concede to save everyone some time. Like, I'm not winning this game, and like normally I wouldn't concede so quickly, but because I'm still annoyed at myself for the previous game, and yeah, I'm gonna do it this way. Did I board in the extra petal? Oh, it's here, okay. I think on the draw I want a second petal, but not on the play. Punching Light could be okay, if I don't know what else to cut. But basically everything I have here is good against them. Yeah, I guess I can get the Mirror Guile. I don't need it to win. Banishing Light at least may take off like a Pitting Needle or something. Yeah, Rest in Peace is good against Deathrite Gurmak Angler deck. So I'm gonna put this on white. And we're gonna have a turn 2 Rest in Peace. And like if they play Delver, I'm also gonna have a Swords to Plowshares. So that I'm not gonna plow the Deathrite yet. Because it's just gonna be a 1-2 attacker. I'm only missing an Enchantress effect here. I think I want to fetch here first to see if he has Stifle, because then I might want to play more safely around Daze. Okay, if he does not have a sacrifice effect, we should be able to like get through any kind of creature he throws at us. I'm not going to cast Solitary Confinement or Banishing Light yet, because yeah, this is going to be more important when we are about to die. And Banishing Light, as I said, like I may need it for a Pitting Needle or something similar. And I guess I just wanna, because I have Helm of Obedience, like there is no reason to sandbag all these sorts of plowshares. I'm gonna pay for one more turn until I'm sure I have the 5th mana. And my opponent is F6ing. Meaning they do not have a counterspell. And also meaning here I want to play out the Solitary Confinement. Just like they could know that they're dead to Helm of Obedience here. So if they have a Cable Therapy, I think they should name Helm of Obedience. So this is just to protect us against the Helm mostly. And I'm gonna keep Solitary in place one more turn. Just to protect myself against Click as well. Though he does have open Force of Will mana, so that's kind of annoying. Like a Hardcast Force. Yeah, that looks like what he's having. There wasn't really a way to play around it, I think. Like I have no spell that's more important to use as a bait spell. Here I just wanted to draw an extra card because I need to dig deeper to my second helm. Obviously I'm sacrificing it here. And because of Wasteland, I'm not gonna F6, because otherwise, if he sees I'm F6ing, he can randomly fire off a Wasteland at my fetch land. Maybe keeping the Solitary Confinement in play and like wasting 2 cards, like discarding the Swords of Plowshares and not drawing an extra card was very wrong here. But Miriscal, very good. And I want to start having some black mana here to get the Doomwake Giant online. And with a double fetch land, we should be able to filter our draws very nicely with Mirror's Guile. We're playing around Spell Pierce, but he shuffles it away. Because yeah, we have so much mana that it's never gonna do anything anymore. True Name does nothing against my deck. I don't think I want any more draw effects, so I'm just gonna draw Utopia Sprawl and then fetch away the other cards. I'm not using Carpet of Flowers until I know what I'm actually looking for. Like what color of mana I'm looking for. Would he have ran like old school counterspell? I don't think so. But I'm still gonna out all other cards first. If he does not counter the Doomwake Giant, that means we can safely try to resolve our Helm of Obedience. Yes, for green. Yes, for, I don't know, white something. Okay, relatively easy win. On the draw, I want the extra petal, and I do not want. Maybe Mirror's Guile is slow, like because I need to be proactive. Like playing Mirror's Guile on the draw, if I play turn 1, means they already had 2 turns to play something before I get to look at the extra cards. So I'm gonna try it like that. Yeah, still pissed off at myself for losing to lands. Like, there was no reason to keep casting spells. So I'm just a moron. Yeah, I'm keeping this, like it has no engine, but it has the win condition cards in hand. And Rest in Peace is fine against them. Like I could even if I did not cast Solitary Confinement, I could just have kept open the Serra Sanctum to play Cast Out on his end of turn token. And that would have done the same for me. Like that would have won me the game. Therapy sucks, but yeah. But if we would have had an opening hand with Argothian in it, we would just have taken the Argothian, and it wouldn't have made a difference. We're gonna play out Wild Growth here, so we get to play Enchantress Presence or Green Sense in it around the dates next turn. Or if we draw like another Rest in Peace, we can play Rest in Peace the next turn, untap and have 5 mana for Helm of Obedience, for example. I think a more close quote to what thing that Jeff Hoogland said was something like, yeah, if your opponent has only one out when you're winning the game, you should be playing as if they have exactly that out. We should have played as if they had exactly double cross and grip. Snapcaster. Yeah, they can Snapcaster Probe and then Flashback Therapy, or Snapcaster Ponder. I think it's better for them to have a better clock, but they might just Therapy and take away one of these cards. Like this is a 3-turn clock, so it's not great sacrificing the Snapcaster Mage yet, but there could be a reason to do so. Okay. Ooh, yeah, Pyromancer means that I think it's definitely gonna flashback the Therapy and probably take Helm of Obedience. The Solitary Confinement is not gonna be great here. Like I need to have Draw Engine to make this better than just a Fog. Well, Helm of Obedience would lose him the game if I top deck a Rest in Peace and play out both of them. So he's gonna take Helm. He should take Helm at least. If he does not take Helm, I'm gonna play out Helm next turn and hope to draw into Rest in Peace. Oh, he's giving me an out. So I think I have to fetch here to have like a slightly better chance of drawing a rest in peace. Maybe I should have played the Caracas first, because I don't want this to get wastelanded. Like, if he has a wasteland for this, I have one less chance of top decking a rest in peace. So that's another mistake I could have avoided. But if he has bolt, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Let's see if we can get a creature into play. Draw cards. Draw cards. No, we would not have gotten rest in peace here. League ends in 4 days, so I think that's Monday. Yeah, which is exactly the same as the banning and restricts, like the banning restrictment option. Banned and restricted update. And yeah, so that means there is a small possibility of Earthcrafts getting unbanned. Like, it's getting less unlikely, because if they would have wanted to unban this, they could have done it a long time ago. And I think it's on the reserved list, so that means the price would get quite high if they ever unban this, like just from speculation and stuff. But it's only 20 euros at the moment, so even if it gets 50, that's still cheaper than a lot of legacy cards. So I think price should not be an option. And like elves, if they go Glimpse and Heritage Druid, that's a much stronger engine than Earthcraft. So like, some people say that it would be too strong in elves, but I think that's not... I think it wouldn't add a lot to elves. Maybe they can play like it as a one-off or something. But it would be very good for Enchantress. So if Urkrath would ever get unbanned, I would definitely be playing a Dried Arbor, because then you can either Zenith for Arbor or fetch it with a green fetch land, and then immediately tap it to untap like a land with a Utopia Sprawl underneath it, for example. So then you could just fetch and have your fetch land make 2 mana because of the... this... It's difficult, but it's keepable. Like, we're on the draw, so we have an extra card, and we have Mirror's Guile. So I'm gonna try it, because we're already 0-2, so there's not much to lose. Anyway, I would probably not play Squirrel, what is it called? Squirrel Nests here, because that just makes a string of 1/1s without flying, and yeah, and it's weaker to, yeah, like Squirrel Nest by itself does not so much. I think, what's it called? Sacred Mesa. I think in Enchantress you want to be combining it with Sacred Mesa. He's also on the Lotus Petal deck, sure. Like, then if you have a land with a Utopia Sprawl on it, you would make infinite Pegasus tokens. Oh wait, did he reveal Chancellor of the Annex from his opening hand? Yeah, he did. Okay. That means... yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna let him wait, because he plays a fast deck anyway. Yeah, like this card, if you have Serra Sanctum make a lot of mana, you can make a bunch of tokens, and Squirrel Nest can only make 1 token a turn without Earthcraft. And then, because I'm not going all in on the combo, I would probably only play 2 copies of this. So let's hope that next turn we finally see it's not a broken... oh yeah, actually this is gonna get countered already. I think that's a mistake to play out the petal, probably. But I don't think this hand is gonna beat a Chancellor of the Annex. Ooh, rest in peace. Yeah, I think here because they don't have a land to play their reanimate, I think I need to play towards my rest in peace. And if I did not play the petal last turn, I could have kept it for when I drew an actual land, but then I could play a land and then pay for the land with the for the petal, and then at least it would be mana neutral, and I could use it for like the Mirror's Guile or something. Yeah, my opening hand was good against anything, but like acceptable against anything except the Daze or Chancellor of the Annex. Ooh. Let's see how I want to play this. I think like Utopia Sprawl adds the most mana for next turn. But I think I need to start digging with Mirror's Guile. Oh crap, I can't even pay for it. Yeah. This is gonna counter everything I play. Until I have like 2 mana up. So I want Surgicals, I want Swords of Plowshares. Not sure, like if he's on the White Splash, I might want Sterling Grove against Wear Tear. I'm not exactly sure yet if I want that. Humility and Cast Out could be okay. And Leyline of Sanctity. Yeah, I'll see if I have enough spots for that. Probably like 1 Sterling Grove should be okay. I don't think I want Leyline here, really. I think 1 Elfin Grass is enough. I mean, cutting 1. Maybe I don't want Sterling Grove at all. Just gonna try to be slightly leaner. Yeah, just like cut some, trim a few pieces here and there. And this I'm gonna keep. Like, they don't play Wasteland. So they don't play Wasteland, so I can surgical around Chancellor. And because I don't play Wasteland, I can enchant my Bayou, potentially. Which I would have done if they did not reveal the Chancellor. And they are on the White Splash. Thought seizing themselves, sure. Ooh, I'm gonna get 2 Griselbrands out of their hand if they ever try to reanimate it. Yeah, there is some value in surgicaling here, because then I get the Chancellor trigger out of the way. But if I wait, I might get more value from him using up his animate dead. So I think I'm gonna wait. And hope to get rewarded. Like, I'm slowing down myself by a lot, but my opponent is gonna lose his only reanimation spell. Otherwise he could try to draw to 8 cards, discard Chancellor and use the animate dead or something like that. Animate dead. Surgical. Griselbrand. He did draw Iona, which is good against me. And we're finally off drawing some more lands. That's but I'm still gonna play the Wild Growth before playing Argothian Enchantress to have more stuff going on next turn. Otherwise we might be bottlenecked on mana, even though we would get an extra draw trigger. Ooh, let's see. More green. Some more. I think we have enough green, so oh, I didn't even need to play out the canopy yet. Caracas is good against Iona. So it may be worth that they don't know yet that I have it. And I think I'm keeping open Swords to Plowshares here. Just in case they draw Fateless Looting and get like Sire of Insanity into play, then I want to be able to plow it before the trigger. Okay, he does have an Entomb for something. Oh yeah, exactly, he's going for Sire of Insanity, if he finds a reanimation spell. He did not discard Iona here, that's interesting. Maybe he wants to have a creature in hand in case he draws like a Stronghold Gambit. He's going for Flashback Fateless Looting. So, sure. I think I don't want to sacrifice the land yet. I might prefer the mana to having an extra card here. I think here I want to play out the Caracas anyway. In case he has a Griselbrand. I mean, it's not like actually I got rid of all his Griselbrands. Yeah, at least he's gonna go for Sire of Insanity here, probably. I think it just, I mean, it just doesn't even matter. Like, we will get Rest in Peace probably, and then have a Helm of Obedience to kill him. So I'm gonna draw a card to dig one deeper. Okay, win conditions for the win. I'm not gonna pay for grass. And then I play a land and kill him. Yeah, I should have looked better at his deck before, like when I was surgicaling him. Because now I didn't see if his white splash included wear tear or something like that. This does nothing against against any fair deck. I would keep this, but it may be very dead to like reanimating any fat creature. So I think I need to mulligan this. This I'm gonna keep because of Mirror's Guile, and at least Humility has some sort of answer. Like none of these cards are great, but if Mirror's Guile resolves, like if I get one turn and to resolve Mirror's Guile and get a trigger, it may dig me into a rest in peace. So I'm gonna put a draw stop, just so my opponent might think that I have surgical in hand. But this kind of deck is difficult to beat without surgical. I mean, I think Elfencross is okay here. I'm not gonna play out Argothian yet. I'm just gonna make a bit more mana here, and then play Elfencross, because if he gets to gain 7 life and draw 7 more cards, there is no way we're gonna win. Like even now, it's almost impossible, because like he has so many cards to recover even if we get a removal spell for Griselbrand. But like there is still a small chance. Yeah, if he's gonna get Chancellor, that's not gonna be good for us. Like beating both of these would mean we need 2 removal spells. Very unlikely. Like even Caracas isn't enough anymore. Should have played Faithless Looting first. Like maybe you would have found a better target to exhume than the Chancellor. I want to draw Argothian and shuffle away the rest. I have a white source, so I'm gonna fetch a black one here. And Argothian is going to cost 3 mana because of Chancellor. I mean, I've won from worse board positions, so I definitely oh okay. Now I definitely have not won from situation like this. Neither of these prevent any damage, so GG. Yeah, sorry for being a bit distracted, but somebody needed my attention for a while. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this because of turn 1 rest in peace. Like, it doesn't even matter what my opponent is playing. I just want to jam a turn 1 rest in peace against... Okay, maybe it's not so great against the Chalice deck. Okay, it does not look like a deck that cares about rest in peace. And I'm gonna concede here to not reveal my opponent anything. Because we're not going to beat that configuration, like that board state, I mean. This is against the Chalices and maybe against sneak attack. These seem kind of good in general. And Doomwake and Helm of Obedience don't seem that necessary in this matchup. This is a bit slow. Carp the Flower does nothing. I think Swords of Plowshares is not great against a lot of their creatures. So I don't want all three of them. Like, it's good against Inferno Titan and Roll Spineworm, but not against Griselbrand, Emrakul. Pardon me. Oh yeah, because of the petals, maybe I can cut some slower lands. No, he's on Blood Moon, so I definitely want to leave basic planes in. I can cut the bio. And because we're 0-3, I'm going to keep this. Like, it has a Caracas that does something against like Emrakul, Griselbrand. But I'm going to lead with Winds of Teeth to fetch around Blood Moon. Yeah, and I'm not, like, I'm in a serious game, I might have mulliganed this. But because we're 0-3, I'm just not really caring a lot about this game anymore. So I just want to see if this works or not. Chalice, whatever. Okay, here I definitely want to play Enchantress and not keep my Caracas open. Because I need to start doing something. And I... Chalice on 2. Ooh, that's rougher. Like, I probably want to play the Wild Growth here and leave the Caracas open. Like, because Rest in Peace is going to get countered as well. So I might as well. Might as well keep the Caracas open as a safety. Petal seems okay. But I think I'm going to keep it in hand for now. Because at this point I want to keep Caracas open. Like, if I draw one more land, I can use it to cast Enchantress Presence without tapping my Caracas. Trinisphere, sure. Okay, here I do actually need to sack my Caracas to cast anything, so... Because otherwise I'm never gonna get the third mana from my Serra Sanctum. Okay, and we get punished. Whatever. Having a bad day anyway. So I might as well play it out. Yeah, some days you're gonna have, like Enchantress, some days you're gonna have good days, good matchups. Some days you're gonna either lose to your own punts like game 1, or you're just meeting matchups where you get completely wrecked. It's kind of late already, so maybe it's a bit too late to record a second video. But I really wanted to try out, like, I was looking for some like Deadblade decks, like more like a Piccola Dead Guy Ale, but with red cards. So I found a list. Maybe I'm gonna open them in MTG top 8 because that's more clear as a deck list. So that was because basically looking for decks like Dead Guy Ale, so Dark Confident and Scrubland, but that's plashed for Lightning Bolt and perhaps a Kolaghan's Command or something like that. So I ended up at these two deck lists that I wanted to try. Like this only won in a 80 player tournament. Actually, I'm going to drop here. So maybe I will have time to play at least a game with Mardu Deadblade. And it also made the top 8 in a very big Star City Games event, but 4 years ago. So it may be very outdated. And I'm really liking this list because it plays like 2 Grim Lava Monster, and but it does not play Wasteland, and this one does play Wasteland. This one plays Kolaghan's Command, and this one does not. So I think I'm going to be trying this one first. It does play Vindicate, which I'm not sure is better than Council's Judgment. Oh, it has Judgment in the sideboard. And I did want to upgrade Electricity to Zealous Persecution, because you're gonna pay 2 mana to wipe the board, like to wipe your opponent's board anyway if they have X1s. And Zealous Persecution at least buffs your creatures. It kills creatures around Mother of Runes, and it kills True Name Nemesis. So I think that's the only card I wanted to change. So that's gonna be the one with Heretical Healer. Yeah, it's gonna be this one, and I'll play it for the next video, so I see you in a few minutes.